Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience. We really appreciate it. We cannot take it for granted. My name is Caroline Oidera Poleka. I'm a business manager at Tally Solutions. So why are we here today? We are here today to showcase why TallyPrime is meant for the retail sector. And I have my colleague Sam here with me to take us through the product. And as he does that, please make sure to leave any query you could be having or any feedback, and we'll be glad to get back to you. So Sam, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, everyone. So as Carol mentioned earlier, my name is Sam. I'm from a company called ERP, Business Systems. So basically ERP, we are TallyPrime partners. In that, we are authorized by Tally to sell the Tally software and give training and support to our clients. So today I'll be showing you how Tally can be used in the retail sector. Is my screen visible, Carol? Today I'll be going through Tally as a whole and showing you how it can be used in the retail sector. So first and foremost, we have this is the gateway for Tally. As you can see, Tally is subdivided into several sections for you. We have the masters section right over here. We have the transaction, utilities and banking as well. So here under masters, I'll show you just a bit of what we already created, what I created in the masters. So just come to the charts of account and I show you some of the ledgers that I already created, like the bank accounts, the customers, everything that I'll be using to manage these particular customers in my system. So you can just view one of the customers and see. You can fill in all the details of that particular customer, including the default credit period or a credit limit if you give them a credit limit. You can even fill in some information, including phone numbers and PIN numbers and everything for that particular customer, so that it can help you maintain their records. So the same also can be done for your suppliers. You can also fill in the same details for your suppliers. And if the supplier gives you a credit period, you can easily fill that as well. So in order for you to actually create a particular customer in the system, you'll have to go to masters under create over here. And then there's this option called ledger right over here. So when you click ledger, you can actually create your customer. I'll call mine customer 5. And this customer is under your sundry debtors. You have to select the right account in order for the Tally system to actually pick the right account for your customer. So you have to select sundry data for your customers. And here you can set a default credit period. If you give the customer default credit period, you can easily set maybe 21 days and all that. And then you can feed in the details just like we did for the other one. So here we can just feed in the PIN number. And just like that, you can easily save this particular customer in your system. So the same can be done for your suppliers. If in case you have a new supplier and you want to save in the system, you just go to ledgers, create the supplier, and you put him under the right particular group. So here in my system, I also created some of a few items that we'll be using today. So you can easily just have a look at the few items that I created here. You can see mine, I have a group called fruits, and with the group called fruits, I have several fruits over here for the same with vegetables. So this already created by me in the system, but I'll show you just quick on how you can create a new stock item in your system. So in order for you to create a new stock item, just the same procedure, just go to create, and then under inventory master over here, you have this option for stock item. So the option for stock item here, you can easily create the new stock item. Let's say onions. Then the system will ask you under which group these onions belong to. you can say onion is a vegetable and you measure it in kilograms. Then you can save it. Just like that, you'll have created a new stock item in your system. So once you've created the ledgers and the stock item, I want to show you also a quick method of how you can create multiple price lists in your system. That is perhaps if you have different price lists for your customers, maybe your customers around Nairobi area and maybe outskirts of Nairobi, you sell at different prices because of the fare and everything. So I'll just show you how to create that as well. So we are still the same under masters option for create over here. We have this option called price level down here. So here is where you can easily name your price level. Like you can have one for Nairobi and you have another one for outside Nairobi. So these are two of the price lists that we'll be using in our system today. And I want to show you how to create both and how you can easily differentiate whenever you are making a sale to your customer and which price list you can easily select from. So here, in order for you to create this particular price list, you come here under price list stock groups, click there and you say fruits. Then we start with the price list for Nairobi for fruits. And then here you have apple. So here the rate of apples for your Nairobi, you'll sell them at 180 shillings. For grapes, you'll sell them at 150 shillings. For oranges, you'll sell them at 120 shillings per kg. 150 shillings per kgs. And then for pears, you'll sell them at 150 shillings per kg as well. So you can save this one. So this one you created was the price list for the Nairobi customers, but now you want to create the one for outside Nairobi for the same fruits. So you come fruits. And in this case for price level, you select outside Nairobi price level for you. Then you can easily select the rate. Maybe for outside Nairobi, this one you sell at 200 shillings per kg. Grapes you select at 190 shillings. Oranges you sell at maybe 170 shillings. And pears you select them at maybe 190 shillings per kg. So just like that, you'll have selected your price list that you're going to use while making the sale. So right now I want to show you how to make a quick cash sale, and we also do an invoice sale for the same so that you can see how the two are reflected in your system. So in any case you want to do any transaction with your system, be it a sale or a purchase, you come to this second option called transactions over here. And under vouchers here, there's this list of all your transactions that are available for you. I'll quickly just go through all this so that at least you have an idea of what all these vouchers can do for you. So for the contra is actually used when you want to transfer money just within your business. What I mean by that, suppose you have a pay bill number for your business, you have a bank account for your business, and you have the cash in hand for your business. So maybe when you are transferring your cash in hand to the bank, how you reflect that in the system, you'll be doing a contra report. So you'll select the contra over here. So that is how you do a contra report. In case you want to know more about it, we are always available to explain more on these particular vouchers. I'll also explain a bit what I mean by payments and receipts and journals and sales as well. But today we are mostly focusing on the selling part of our business because it's a retail. So today I'm going to show you about how to do both a cash sale and an invoice sale. So for a cash sale, you select the voucher type of cash sale inclusive of VAT. And this is how you do a cash sale. And you see here from the price level, now you are able to select which of these two price lists you want to use for your customers. So maybe your customer is from around Nairobi, you can select for the Nairobi price lists. And when you select, you want to sell the apple for him, the system will automatically pick that 1 kg of apple goes for 180 shillings. This is for your Nairobi customers. But can just show you, if you choose the same for outside of Nairobi, and you select, you see the price has already changed to 200 shillings. So depending on whichever price list you choose for your particular sale, the system will actually remember which price list you set, be it for the Nairobi clients or the clients that are outside Nairobi. So in order for you to save this particular cash sale, all you have to do is here, then the system will actually ask you, did this person pay via M-Pesa, Equity Bank, or maybe cash? So perhaps he paid everything via M-Pesa, so you'll select the M-Pesa and you write that he paid 200 shillings via M-Pesa. So the system will automatically know that this money is to be debited in your M-Pesa account directly. So just like that, the money has already been debited directly into your account, and you don't need to do any other thing, because for that you've done the cash sale already. Now I'll also take you through an example of an invoice sale. What I mean by invoice is a credit sale whereby they take on credit and then they will pay you later on. So how to capture an invoice sale? You just come here under sales, then there's option for invoice right over here. You select the same, and for invoice you have to select your customer because they are taking the goods on debt, so you have to have the information already stored in the system. And you can also select the price list at which you want to sell for them as well. So you can select the Nairobi price list, no problem. And you can select the item of which you want to sell. So maybe you want to sell apples, you want to sell quantity of 5 of them. So the system will pick the price rate at which, the price level at which you selected. That was for the Nairobi clients. And then the system will keep a new reference for you and everything. So you will use this reference when now you are doing a receipt for your particular customer when they come and pay. So just like that, you will have also captured the invoice sale for that particular customer. So suppose later on this particular customer, one who took the goods on credit, has come back to pay for the goods they took. So you still go under vouchers, and then in this case you'll be raising a receipt for them. So once you select receipt, you just select the particular date. You can just select the particular date that they are paying, and then they are settling the debt through cash. And then you can just select customer 1. And you see here, the system will actually remember his balance was 900 shillings. So from here now, you can easily select how much he's paying. Perhaps he's just paying the whole of this bill. Then the system will attach this receipt to this particular pending bill that we did for him on 2nd January. So just like that, you can easily attach to that and you can save it. So that is how you actually do a sale with your system for both cash sale and credit sale. So once you've done that particular sale, I also want to show you how to do a purchase for the same. As you are able to see that whenever we did a sale and immediately saved, our stock was immediately deducted from our system. So you don't need again to go back to the stock and deduct the stock, because the stock will be automatically deducted for you. So right now I want to show you how to do a purchase. For item purchase, you can easily put in the supplier invoice number in case you have one. So maybe you have that as the supplier invoice number. And our goods came from supplier 1. You can feed in the details for this particular supplier over here. And then you can say that this supplier is bringing us onions. And how many kgs is he bringing? Maybe you say he's bringing 20 kgs and he's selling each kg at maybe 100 shillings. So you can easily add the VAT for the onions over there. And the system will remember this new reference for you. And the system will have captured that. So when you go to your stock summary and look at the onions, immediately you can see that inward onion has been captured already to 20 because you bought 20 kgs of onions. So all these things are in real time. Whenever you do a purchase, your stock will automatically increase. And whenever you do a sale, your stock will automatically be deducted from your system. So once you've captured that already, I'll show you how to do a payment for the same now. A payment for the purchase you already did. So here you'll come under this voucher called payment over here. And in this case, I want to show you how to do a payment with a check that is a post-dated check. Post-dated check, I mean, it will clear after a few months or a few days. It's not a current check. So for you to reflect that in the system, we have this option down here for post-dated, whereby you can easily select, and you can say that this check is to clear on 1st of March via Equity Bank, and it will be check for supplier 1, where you'll be paying 2,320 shillings. So again, the system will remember the pending bill for that particular supplier that you did, and you'll be able to attach. So once the status here is written post-dated, the system will actually remember that on 1st March, it's when this particular check will have reflected in your bank account. So from here now, you can just save this. You can just save this. Save that as well. So that is how you actually do a sale and a purchase in the system. But now suppose you did a sale to a particular customer and there were some issues with the goods, and now that customer has decided to return the goods to you, right? So you need a way to reflect that in the system. So in that is usually called a credit note, of which I can show you how to do a credit note as well with the system. So here, under these vouchers, we have this option called other vouchers. You can just select the other vouchers option and type the word credit note, it will come. So the credit note we are doing, we're doing for the sales that we did on customer 1. So you'll select customer 1. And here, before doing any credit note, there are a few things you have to remember. You have to remember the original invoice number that you created for that customer, the item they are returning, and also the date of which that particular invoice was done. So this was invoice number 1. It was done on so the system will remember how much you are returning. So just like that, you can do a credit note, and the system will actually remember that for you. So this is essentially how you do a credit note. And you can also do the same for the debit note. What I mean by debit note is whenever you buy something from your particular supplier and there was an issue with it, you are returning it to your supplier, right? So there now you are doing a credit note. So the same with the credit note, you come here. I mean a debit note, not a credit note. A credit note, it's the one that you do for your customers, but a debit note is the one that you do whereby you are returning goods to your supplier. So sorry for that. Here you are doing a debit note. Can just also do a debit note so that you can actually see. Original invoice, you can say it was invoice number 1, which was on this date for supplier 1. You can see we bought onions 20 kgs and now maybe you are returning 3 kgs from him. Can easily put in the VAT as well. So just like that also, you will have put in the debit note as well. So that is how you put a debit note and a credit note in the system. So after you've already put in the debit note and the credit note in the system, you can easily go and look at your reports. You see here in Tally, there's option for reports down here, and here will give you reports on balance sheet, trial balance. These are all your accounting reports and your inventory reports as well. So you can easily just go through these reports and you'll be able to see. Here, this is as at 1st March 2022. You are able to see here about your opening balance, current liabilities, current assets, opening balance, and everything. So all of these things will be reflected in the system for you. You can also go here and view at more reports. Here, accounting books. You can even view at the payment register. This will actually showcase all the payments that were made. So you are able to backtrack and see all the payments that were made. You can easily double down to that particular payment as well. All these reports are available for you. You also have the receipt register whereby you can easily see all the receipts that you raised for your particular customers. As well, you can see here there's a receipt we raised for this particular customer reflected. Sales register as well will give you a report on all the sales that were made. So here you can see we made 2 sales in our system. We made one for cash sale and another one for invoice sale. So they are all reflected here. You can easily double down and see to the specific ledger that you raised that particular date, have the date and everything over here. So the same you can also view for the invoice customer as well. You can easily see everything from there. The same to the purchase register, the debit note and the credit note. All this will be reflected for you in your system. So you are able to keep track of all the credits, all the credit note, debit note, sales, purchase. So everything that you do in your business, you are able to keep track of the same. So here you can also, there's also option for statements of account over here. Here we have this outstanding whereby you are able to see every outstanding bill that is there. So for us, we already settled our payments with the suppliers and customers, so it won't appear. But if you partially paid or you are partially paid by a customer, all these outstanding reports will appear from here, the outstanding area. So here the same, you have inventory reports as well. So inventory reports, these are basically your stock reports. So you are able to just view all the stock reports you want. You can view stock item wise and you're able to see, like here you see on this particular day, January, we did an cash sale for 1 kg, which was reflected over here. And here we have for -2. So this was for the credit note that we did on our customer. You see it has also been reflected over here because we did a credit note as well. So everything is reflected for you, including the onions, the one we did a debit note as well will be reflected for you, like the debit note over here. So easily you can view the reports based on the stock item wise. You can view the reports based on a group summary for the groups of fruits. You can easily view them so that you can actually see the closing balances of your stock and everything. You can easily email this, you can easily export this or even print this, it's up to you. You can also view stock category summary. So all these are just reports on your stock reports. Here you have the statement of inventory whereby you have some more reports like the stock query also. You can view for Apple. So stock query will actually show you all the purchases and sales for a particular period. Just you play around with the period and the system will be able to show you all the purchases you did in that period and all the sales you did and the closing balances as well. So all those reports will be showcased for you. We have the movement analysis as well and the aging analysis. So for aging analysis, you can easily see what particular item in your store has been in store for how long. Like this one has been between 45 days and 90 days has been in your store. This one is less than 45 days. Here we have between 90 days to 180 days, more than 180 days. So you are able to see which of your stock has been with you for long without being sold. So all those reports you are able to view from here, from this aging analysis reports. So all these reports, you are able to view them actually, and you're also able to send in your customer, maybe the customer that you did a credit sell once, a customer statement, and you need to send it to him or her, right? So you can easily just send the same statement here under account book ledgers, and you can select the customer one here. So the system will actually, you can easily select the period. Maybe you want to check between 1st of January to date. So the system will actually give you all the transactions or all the things that you've done with this particular customer. Like you did an invoice sale, you did a receipt when he came and paid you the invoice sale, and then you also did a credit note to this particular customer. So all these things will be displayed for you.
Hello,
and
Sam.
you can,
we are I don't know about everyone's end, but I've lost you somewhere.
Okay, where have you lost me?
Just on this page. You were trying to explain something from this page.
From this
from
page.
the start.
Okay, from the start, no problem.
No
problem. Okay, no problem. So what I was actually saying is, suppose your customer, the one who usually takes goods on credit, and this customer has told you that they want to see the customer statement for all the transactions that you've been doing with them. Yeah. So in order for you to send that particular customer statement, which means all the transactions you've done with that particular customer, you'll come here under display more reports, then under account books, and then under ledgers over here. Then you can easily type in the name of the customer that you want to send the report to. And then from here, this will only show you for the 1st of March, but they want for a particular period, maybe between January and March. They want to see all the transactions they have done with you. So you can easily select the period between 1st January to 1st March. And the system will display all these transactions that you've been doing with this particular customer. The invoice that you did for him, the receipt that you raised for him, and also the credit note that you did for him. So all these reports you can easily be able to send to this particular customer. And there are several ways of which you can easily send these reports. One, you can easily print it. So you have option for printing over here. You can print current, and you can easily see the preview for the print. And this print can be customized also according to how you need. So it's not like this is the only standard printing format that we have. So this can be customized according to how you need it. As well, you can easily email it directly from the system. There's no need for you again to maybe download it and then attach it again. No, you can easily email it directly. So that's one of the benefits of Tally. You can easily email it directly from your system. Also, you can easily export it. Maybe you want to export it to your computer and maybe send it later as a PDF via WhatsApp, or maybe you want to export it as an Excel format and maybe send it. So that's up to you. So you can easily export it, and then you can come here under configure. Then there's this file format option, whereby you can select which file format you want. If you want it to send as PDF, you want to send as a Excel format, that's up to you now to decide. So in our case, you can say you want it as PDF, and then you can easily just send it, and the system will automatically open the PDF for you so that you can actually be able to see. Can you be able to see the PDF? No problem. Hello, Carol. Are you able to see the PDF?
Have you shared the whole screen or just this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, let me export it again so that you'll be able to see the PDF. So
Yes.
you see, you can easily export it as PDF also. So this it come as PDF, and you can easily just send it via WhatsApp to your client. So you have these several methods of which you can easily share this particular customer statement with your customer. Just as I mentioned, you can easily use the print option. You can email or you can export. And exporting, you can export in different formats depending on the format that suits you best. So I can also show you, I also want to show you how to make a particular purchase. You know, Tally can also be used to purchase services, not only items. So what I mean by purchasing a service is maybe internet charges. You see at the end of the month, maybe the supplier, your internet supplier brings you an invoice for the internet you have to pay, and you have to reflect this in your system, because Tally cannot only do for you the inventory management, but it can also do for you the accounting management of your business as well. So in a case whereby you have those charges and you need to pay them, like the internet charges and everything, just come to voucher, purchase. But in this case now, you have to change mode here. There's this option for change mode. And you have to make sure you change mode to the accounting invoice mode. So for here, once you receive the invoice for the internet, you can easily fill in the details there. And you can maybe say you are paying via M-Pesa. And what are you paying? You are paying internet charges. So maybe internet charges is 5,000 shillings. Just a minute. Internet 5,000 shillings. You can easily reflect this as well. Let me just add in the VAT for that. Let me just add in the VAT. So you can easily reflect that in your system as well. So you see, you can easily do a purchase for an item wise, like the one we did for onions, and you can do one for the service, like the one you did for internet. So all those, the accounting part of your business and the inventory part of your business, you can easily maintain both of them through your system. So with one license, you can easily maintain both. You don't need any other software to be able to do the other things for you. So in case you have any question or any clarification you need, you can please drop them in the chat box and we'll be able to address it. For now, I think Carol will take over.
Thank you, Sam, for that awesome presentation. I'm sure for those who didn't know about Tally before today, now you know it and how it can help you in your business, so that all you concentrate on is on your business growth. Okay, so just a recap on the same. Sam has been able to take you through supply and customer based database management, whereby you've seen that you're able to get a statement, a customer or supplier statement, as well as the outstanding report. Okay. Also, you're able to do your stock item management, and this happens through the day-to-day transaction that you do. So whenever you do a sales invoice, it is going to bring inwards in terms of stock items. Whenever you do a purchase, it does the outwards, and this is real time. Also, whenever you're doing your day-to-day transactions, especially for the either sales invoice or even for the point of sale, or for those who use that particular one, you're able to get the price levels there in Tally. Hence, you do not guess on the prices, saving your time. Okay, so whenever there are returns, either from the suppliers or either to the supplier or from the customers, again, Tally is able to capture the debit or credit. And what is as beautiful as the fact that you can export in whichever format, could be Excel to your Excel sheet, whereby you can play around with it, or even your PDF. Also, you can email instantly. So you don't need to export for you to email. You can do that instantly. And also you can print out. So again, don't be left out for the Q&A. Kindly continue dropping them as we continue. In addition to what we've just presented, I would like to inform you that you can also do this through your phone. So we have a Tally, we have Tally on mobile, which is working very well. And with it, you can capture orders and you are able to view the reports on the move. Isn't this awesome? Hence, apart from automating your business in the office or in the shop, you're able to monitor it, you as the business owner on the move. So you're able to view the reports, you're able to, since Tally has the security control feature, you're able even to view the reports as per the user. So there's the multi-level sales analysis as well. You're able to have access to unlimited companies. So again, just to mention, Tally can accommodate up to 10,000 companies on the same license. So imagining you're a business owner with different companies from different industries on Tally, you're able to see how they are performing on the move anytime. So all this is real time. You're able to sync from Tally and you're able to get real-time data, but you don't need to use it while online. So this one works very well offline as long as you've synced. So you just need internet to sync and then you'll have all the report to view even while you're offline. For those who like the graphical outlook, you're able to get the trends, the graphical trends, and you're able to use it either on Android or iOS. So make sure to get Tally and then be able to monitor your business on the move with our Tally on mobile, ready for you to use for your retail businesses. So again, you don't need to worry about that. So have a lovely day ahead. Thank you.